Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be prepping for finals. It is that time of the year again. Exams are rolling up, final assignments are here, and we have a lot to work on. And so I thought it would be a good idea to document it and also show you guys how I like to prep for finals as a senior. I love watching videos like this just because it gives me a lot of like advice and ideas for how I can organize myself more efficiently for my finals. That's what we are going to be doing. We are going to be prepping everything for our finals coming up. If you guys are new here, my name is Sarah. I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to turn on the bell notification button so you get notified every time I post on YouTube. I also have been very active with posting on Instagram and TikTok. I've been getting into short form content lately, as well as posting YouTube shorts. My videos just aren't getting as much love, so make sure to also share your love on my YouTube shorts and on my Instagram reels and my TikTok shorts as well. I would really appreciate it, and that way you guys can also see like what I'm doing behind the scenes throughout the week when I'm not filming long form content. And if you guys have any video ideas, make sure to comment them down below, because I've been on my grind. I need some more ideas, and give me some like short form content ideas too. What would you guys want me to share? What would you guys want to see from me? What kinds of videos do you just normally like to watch in general? Who are your favorite creators? I love looking for inspo from other creators as well. That would help me so much because your girl has been trying so hard out here. With that being said, you guys, let's get started on prepping for finals. I wanted to show you guys how I'm gonna be prepping and organizing my life. One of the things that I've been doing to keep myself organized is using the Apple Calendar. This is literally what my days have been looking like lately. I'm actually like doing school full-time and also working in content creation full-time now, so the days have been looking pretty busy. Next Thursday, I have a take-home final exam that I have to do, and then the next day on Friday, I have a group paper that is due, and I have a final exam on the Friday as well. If I can get done the papers, like both of them for that class in advance, that would be perfect, because that way we can get it out of the way and I don't have to worry about that class anymore and then just focus on my final exams. I think I'm gonna give myself like a limit up until like next week Tuesday, because I know I also need to edit a video, and I know editing is very time consuming. So that way Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I can focus on the actual final exam that I have on that Friday, because that exam is going to be from 7 to 10 p.m. So it's a really late exam, so I can study for it on the Friday like during the day. And then the next week after that, thank goodness, like I'll have like a whole week until my next exam, which will be my last one. I think for that one, like I'm gonna worry about that exam like the next week. Like I think this upcoming week I'm just gonna focus on like the papers, the two papers and the final, and then the week after I'm gonna focus on that final exam that I have for that week. I will show you guys like my full system of how I like to study for my exams. First of all, I like to go on GoodNotes. This is where I keep all like my lecture notes, my handwritten notes as well, depending on the class. But then for other classes, I like to download the slides. So if I find that the professor makes the slides very clean, easy to look at, I'll just download it and then I'll write and highlight like on the slide. But then for other classes, I like to download those slides and put it on ChatGPT, and I ask ChatGPT to summarize the lecture slides, and then I'll handwrite what ChatGPT basically summarizes for me. And then later on, I'll ask ChatGPT to make me like a full study guide, and I'll download everything. And then I'll use a physical notebook, which I actually bought like this cute purple one. Who knew that having like a cute new school notebook just like would motivate you so much? But I write all in blue. Like for all like my study notes, I always write in blue. I like to add a lot of color. I highlight keywords. If you write like in blue ink, your brain tends to remember it more. I don't know what it is about blue ink. I guess it might like stand out more to your brain, and so you often remember things better when it's written in blue ink. So like on my iPad, it's all written in black and like it's all like aesthetic and everything, but then I'll write everything like on my physical notebook to help me retain and remember everything. I'll basically rewrite everything that I wrote on my iPad onto my notebook, and it just helps me remember everything. This has been like my go-to method. Another thing that I like to do is when I write like on my iPad, I bought like this magnetic screen protector, but it's like a paper like screen protector that you just put on your iPad. And then on my pencil, I put like this silver pencil tip. It just sounds so nice and it's so satisfying to write on it. And this changed the game for me. The pencil tips were like $10 on Amazon, and then the magnetic case was like $15 or something like that. But yeah, that's usually like my method. Like I mentioned, I organize all my classes on Apple Calendar, and I love how I can access it on my phone, on my laptop, on my iPad. I also like to use Notion, and Notion I really like because I like to just keep track of any assignments coming up. I write more in depth of like how much each thing is worth, what grade I got on each thing. Like I use the grade calculator template so I can calculate what grade I actually have in that class. When you romanticize school, you tend to like do better in your classes. You tend to like be more productive in your days because you're actually like more excited about getting things done. And I find that like, you know, when I write my notes on my iPad and I write it like physically and I organize my stuff digitally, but I also like to do like a physical to-do list. Like it helps me like stay engaged with everything that I need to get done, and it also helps my brain remember everything I need to get done, and also helps my brain remember everything in my courses too, because I have it all digitally and I have it all like physically. So then when I'm reviewing, revising everything before my class, I'll literally just use like my iPad, or I'll pull out my notebook. I've repeated the same hand motion so many times that it just triggers like your muscle memory. So then when you go and write your exam, your brain actually remembers everything. But anyways, okay, let's get started, you guys. Let's head over to the office room and actually sit down and get some work done. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Quick update, I was able to get a good chunk of my group paper done. I basically finished the whole intro for it, which was pretty surprising because I was actually able to finish it in like about an hour and a half. All I really needed was my headphones and a good study playlist, which if you guys want to check out my Spotify playlist, I have one called Study with Faith, and it's just so nice because I literally am studying with God. Now I wanted to make myself a little to do for tomorrow because like I said, tomorrow we are gonna have to get started on editing, get started on the individual take-home final exam, which since I was able to get a decent part of my group project done, I have to wait for the other group members to put in their part so that I can like finalize everything, make sure it's all good. And I don't know how long they're gonna take to do it, but I want to get my part done as soon as possible because like I said, I have other exams coming up. To keep myself sane and organized, I'm gonna be writing everything down because before I do anything, I need to get everything out of my head and onto paper because this is literally what keeps me feeling less overwhelmed and more at peace. So that's what we're gonna do. After spending the whole day studying, something I like to do is prioritize my mental health. One thing I like to do for that is just take care of my body, do a little bit of some self-care. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take off our makeup, hop in the shower, and just unwind for tonight because honestly, the thought of like everything that I need to get done is stressing me out way too much. One thing we have to do is also make sure we are staying sane. Like I said, being organized, making sure everything is written on paper, everything is on my calendar so I know when everything is coming up, know when everything is due, and making myself a realistic schedule, like a realistic morning and night routine. If you guys want to go and watch my college morning and night routines, I will make sure to link them down below as well. I have a solid morning and night routine that I like to follow, something realistic. I'm not that girl that wakes up at like 5 a.m. and goes to the gym and do all these crazy things. I'm the girl that wakes up at like 7, 8 a.m. For now, we are gonna unwind, relax, and basically do my night routine. Let's just take off our makeup, hop in the shower. I think I might give myself a little bit of a spa night, which I did buy myself a couple new products. So something I've been loving lately is aromatherapy scents. I've been loving like lavender just to feel zen and relax. So I have this one from Bath and Body Works. It's called Lavender and Vanilla. Then I actually bought this one from the spa, from the Nordic spa that I went to. I think tonight we're gonna be using this one. And another thing I bought was this eucalyptus body wash from the spa as well, and this smells so good. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll talk to you guys after. I've been in need of redoing my brows, so we're gonna do that just to like feel a little bit more put together, because another thing I like to do is to make sure that I feel put together. Like when I have my hair done, my makeup done, my skin looks good, my brows look good, my nails are done, I feel more motivated to like feel productive. It makes me feel like just like I have my life put together. I remember when I was like in elementary school, my mom would always be like, school is not a fashion show. When I have a cute outfit on, my hair looks good, my makeup looks good, and I feel pretty, I show up better. Like I show up to school more confident. I show up to getting my work done, like even if it's just working from home. I always like to just put on a nice outfit, and I find that I just tend to get more stuff done just because I feel more put together. And same thing when making sure your environment is clean around you as well. The other day, my sister was actually telling me that she was like going through almost like a depressive day. Like she was just not feeling herself. She just wasn't feeling good. She didn't want to get anything done. She didn't want to do anything. And I was like, literally just clean your environment, take a shower, clean your space, like clean your desk. It makes the biggest difference. I think there's something also like spiritual about just like cleaning your space. It just feels like not only like a physical reset, but also like a spiritual reset, because you're literally getting rid of everything that's been feeling stagnant in your room, everything that's been overwhelming you. It really does make you feel more put together. It makes you feel like you have your life organized. When you look good, your environment is clean, and you just feel more productive. And that's one of the things I like to do to like prep for finals, prep for midterms, because it really does ground me. It helps me mentally, emotionally to just reset and feel organized, feel like I'm in control, and also feeling beautiful too by like making sure I have my eyebrows done, making sure I have my eyebrows down. Oh my gosh, like making sure I have my like making sure I have my eyebrows done and my hair looks good and I have a nice outfit on, because I truly feel motivated to like be a girl boss. Like if you want to be a girl boss, you also have to dress like a girl boss, and you also have to act like a girl boss. And a girl boss doesn't have a filthy room. A girl boss doesn't have crusty hair, is constantly in PJs. A girl boss is put together. She is put together inside and out, and so then she is able to show up like a girl boss. Does that make sense? I hope that analogy makes sense. But anyway, so with that being said, I'm gonna fix these eyebrows because they need help. anyways, okay, now that I finished doing my eyebrows, I think I'm just gonna relax and unwind for the rest of the night. Like I said, I'm gonna put some cozy PJs, have a cup of tea, and just maybe watch a cozy movie and just chill for the rest of the night. And you have to make sure you clock out at a certain time, because otherwise, like, you will literally burn yourself out from like working too hard. So that way tomorrow we can show up as our best self. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, so it is the next day. As you can see, we got ready for the day. I did my makeup, I did my hair, I put on a cute outfit, and I just feel so put together, especially after last night, having like just an unwinding, relaxing night just to chill out. Honestly, it made me feel so much better, and it allowed me to show up better for today. But now we already like had breakfast. I actually filmed a TikTok video and I edited it because it was for this collab that I did with Zilu Eyewear, and I'm actually wearing them right now. But yeah, like I actually like love every single thing that they sent me, and so I was really excited to make a little video for them. So I finally edited that and posted it. I actually tried to do like a little voiceover, which I don't really do voiceovers very often, but I feel like I should definitely utilize that tool. With that being said, one of the things that I like to do to like prep for finals is to change up my environment every so often. Sometimes I'll be in the office room, sometimes I'll be like on my makeup desk, and then other times I like to just come here in the living room slash dining area and kitchen. This is all like one big space, but I love to just like come here, sit down, get some work done at the dining table. And also like one of my favorite places to be is the living room. I just feel like I'm just such a living room girl. Like I love how homey it feels. If I can be like all the time in the living room, I would, but I also know that like if I'm always in the living room, I'm not going to be as productive, because I think of the living room as a place to sit down and watch TV, and so I'm just gonna get like more distracted if I just stay here all the time. So at least coming to like sit down at the kitchen table, like I still feel like I'm at a desk, but I'm like in the comfort of my own home, if that makes sense. Whenever like I want to like have a change of scenery, I'll just go to the library or I'll head over to campus and just find a nice place. The only issue with that right now is that because it's like final season, the campus is like booked. It's like fully packed, like it's always busy there, and so it's really hard to find like a nice quiet place to study like on campus. And so that's why I decided today we're probably just gonna stay at home and get some work done. I have like a little candle lit up, which honestly, setting the atmosphere, like lighting a candle, playing some study music, all that stuff, honestly makes me feel so much more productive. And something that I have going on the TV actually is this Christian lo-fi playlist, and it's for like studying. You can use it to like pray or like just to relax, just to have some like background music. But I've been loving like lo-fi lately too. But anyways, okay guys, let's lock in and get some work done. Even if it's just for an hour, like I just want to do some stuff. I want to like prep more things for the week. I'm actually gonna be planning so many videos. And regarding my schoolwork, I was actually like really ahead yesterday on the group paper, and the professor just recently posted the questions for that take-home final exam that I have to do. I'm just gonna go through it and like check it all out, set up the doc for it and everything. And I don't think I'm actually gonna like really get started on it until probably like tomorrow or after tomorrow. I just want to set everything up, and like I said, like I'm already kind of like ahead on these things. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna lock in and I'll update you guys later. guys, so we have officially checked everything. I'm working on everything way too early because I can't even see the questions for the take-home exam yet. It's actually gonna be up like tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to like film much for like prepping for that because this video is gonna be up before next week. I just wanted to show you guys like how I organize myself and how I prep for finals, but obviously because of the time crunch and how busy I am with like classes and other things, I want to stick to like a consistent uploading schedule. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show too much more for like prepping for finals. As I was checking everything, I made sure to go through every single class and see what my grade average is so far for all my classes. For one of my classes, I surprisingly have A+, 100 out of 100 on like everything. That's crazy to me. I feel like the professor is like really generous with grading because I honestly like don't know how I got like 100 out of 100. I'm not complaining. I'm gonna get a really good grade at the end of that course, so I'm not like super nervous about that one. That's the class that I have that take-home exam and the group paper. Then for my other class that I have like the final exam, that class I don't have the best grade for it for this final. Like I'm just gonna like prep better, which I have been, like I am. For my third class, which is gonna be my final exam the following week, which is like in 2 weeks from now, I was checking the grade for that class and I did so well on that test that I had where I used that method where I was like, you know, asking ChatGPT and then writing everything in the notebook. You guys, I literally got an A with that method. So you guys should definitely try it if you guys want to try a method that's gonna work. Honestly, the best advice I can give is to make sure you are studying a couple days in advance. I would say for 4 to 5 days in advance, about like 3 hours a day. The more in advance you do it and the more you break it down into a couple of days, or even if it's like you're just studying for like an hour and a half a day, it will make the biggest difference because it allows your brain to rest and recall everything. By the time your exam comes, it's like not super new to your brain because your brain has been reviewing and revising all of this for like a while. I find that when you do that method, you will definitely ace your exam. That brings me to the end of this video. I feel like this was a really chatty version of how I prep for finals. I really just wanted to like explain to you guys like what my methods have been as a senior. This is my last year, so I want to like keep it as simple as possible. Once you find your method, you just find your method and you don't have to go crazy of like finding all these different ways to study, all this stuff. Like once you find what works for you and the system that works for you, you will ace your exams. I hope that I was able to give you guys some valuable insight on how I personally like to prep for finals and midterms. If you guys want to check out some of my other studying videos, I actually have a whole playlist called University Diaries, and I have filmed like so many different videos of me prepping for like midterms, prepping for finals, and like days in my life like as a university student, and sharing like what the whole journey has been like. So if you guys want to get more inspo for like studying, I have a whole playlist for you guys. But with that being said, you guys, comment below your favorite study method. What do you like to do? I have so many different things that I like to do. I like to color coordinate my classes. I like to make sure I am planning and prepping everything. When you plan your schedule, you are basically setting yourself up for success because you are like planning what you're gonna do every single day, and then all you really have to do is actually just stick to the plan. And that's like, I think, easier because now you have a game plan. Like now you know what you're gonna do to ace your exams. So now you just have to like wake up at the time you said you were gonna wake up at and sit down at the time you said you were gonna sit down and study. So that's what I find works for me, and I would love to know what works for you. I'm gonna be entering my last semester in university starting January, which is crazy to even think that like I'm so close to being done. I'm so excited to being done, you guys. Like, I'm so ready for the next stage of life. But I hope that this video was helpful to you coming from a senior, if you are maybe a senior yourself, or you are just in university and you're just wanting to know what the secret is to, you know, getting good grades in university. I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Make sure to hit that bell notification button as well so you'll actually get notified when I post. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram and TikTok. I've been posting a lot of short form content lately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you very soon with a new one. Bye!